अस्सलामुअलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली. We were there I was there discussing with you events, tries and O-level last lesson of 12th standard from Vista's textbook. Then after we will get rid of the syllabus. I have already uploaded 3 videos of this lesson. This is the 4th video which I am uploading. Inshallah, I will discuss each and every line, each and every word in detail. I will request all the students to open the textbook and open page number 72 in order to read together, in order to understand together. Let's see. Even the break. I am reading from page number 72. Even the break. He was known as Even the break. As the prison officer called him. Thrice he had escaped from prison. Up till now he had escaped from jail 3 times. And but for the recent wave of unrest in the maximum security establishments up north. Thrice he had escaped from prison. He had escaped from jail 3 times, but for the recent wave of unrest in the maximum security establishment of north side, there is one jail. So because of the presence of even there is anarchy, there is a confused, there is anarchy is there inside the jail. He would not now be gracing the governor premises in Oxford. Now he will not leave. He would not be allowed to be present at the governor resident in Oxford. And the governor was going to make absolutely certain that he would not be disgracing them. And governor would make it sure that even will not do such thing that can tarnish, that can spoil his image. Not that Ivan was a real burden, just a persistent nagging presence. He was not actually a burden, but it would remind the governor that Ivan is presence there inside the jail. Even the presence of Ivan disturbed governor. He would be alright in Oxford, though the governor would see to that, would see to it personally, and he made it sure that he would personally visit him, he would personally look after Ivan. Right, because he had already escaped from jail 3 times, and besides there was just possibility that Ivan was genuinely interested in O-level German, and it was really it was not fake, but it was really that Ivan was interested in O-level German examination. Just a slight possibility, just a very slight possibility. 8:30 p.m. on Monday 7 June, Ivan's German teacher shook him by the hand in the heavily guarded recreational block just across from D wing. So from the D wing, Ivan teacher, it was the last day, and then after exam is going to take place. So the teacher shook his hand with him and wish him right for his exam. Then afterwards say Guten Glück, means good luck. Guten, it is written in German. Guten Glück means good luck, Mr. Ivan. Here means Mr. Evans. Pardon, and he was not able to listen it. He says, I said good luck, and teacher is repeating good luck for tomorrow. Oh, thanks, sir. I mean, Danke Sochen means Danke Soch. It's written in different language. It means thank you very much, sir. You haven't kept in hell's chance of getting through, of course. Means you will not be able to succeed this tomorrow exam easily. You had struggle. It's not easy for you to pass this coming exam, right? Now let me explain in nutshell. Ivan had escaped from prison thrice due to the recent unrest in the highly guarded areas of the north. He would not be allowed to be present at the governor resident in Oxford. The governor didn't want to be disgraced by Ivan. Ivan was not a burden, but his presence was uncomfortable. The governor planned to supervise him personally when he visited Oxford. It was possible that Ivan was actually interested in adding up to his qualifications by learning German. On the 7th June of Monday 8:30 p.m., the German teacher shook hands with Ivan at the high security recreational block which was across the D wing. He wished him luck in German language, but Ivan could not understand it. Later Ivan realized it and thanked the teacher. The teacher commented that Ivan was not prepare and did not even have the slightest chance to pass the exam. Evan said it was possible that he cleared the exam and would surprise everyone. I may surprise everybody, said Evan. This is the explanation which I have already explained you. Let's move to the fifth paragraph. At 8:30 p.m., the following morning, next day, Evan had a visitor, two visitors in fact. So Evan was visited by two visitors. Who are they? Let's see. He tucked his grubby string waist into his equally grubby trouser. Right? He tucked his grubby means very dirty, worn out, purani. He tucked his grubby string waist, right, into his equally grubby trouser. It means he was there doing inside, and stood up from his bunk. And he was standing. Bunk means sleeping place, dirty bed. He stood in order to welcome the two visitors, smiling cheerfully. Morning, Mr. Jackson. This is indeed an honor. Jackson was the senior prison officer on D wing, and Jackson was the senior officer in that D department, and he and Evan had already become warm enemies. Jackson and Evan did not have a good relation. They were not getting good along with each other. They always hate each other, both. At Jackson's side stood officer Stephen. Stephen is a newly recruited person, right? He has just joined his job as an officer. How was he? Burly, surly looking man, right? Burly, surly means very large, and very surly means in a very bad tempered looking man. Only recently recruited to the profession. He had been recruited recently only. Jackson nodded curtly. Means short, brief. And how is little Einstein this morning? Then Jackson asked question to Stephen. How is our Einstein? Means Einstein is who is Einstein over here? Evan. Wasn't it a no? Jackson asked question to Evan. How is our little Einstein this morning? Then. So wasn't a mathematician, so Evan answered, wasn't a mathematician, Mr. Jackson? So Evan asked question, was he not a mathematician, Einstein? I think he was a Jew, Mr. Jackson, and he says that he was a Jew person, and that's only. Evan's face was unshaven. Evan did not shave his face for a long time, and he wore filthy looking red and white bobble means knitted hat upon his head. He was wearing bobble hat that helped him to escape from jail at last. Give me a chance, Mr. Jackson. I was just going to shave when you burst in. Burst in means to enter. When you enter inside the jail and cell, I was going to shave my beard. Please give me a few minutes. I will shave it. Now let me explain you in nutshell. The next morning at 8:30, Evan was visited by two men. He tucked his dirty string waist into his dirty trouser and stood up from his bed that was attached to a wall. He greeted Mr. Jackson cheerfully and says that it was an honor for him that he visited his cell early in the morning. Jackson was the senior prison officer of D wing, and both Jackson and Evan were enemies. Mr. Stephen, who was newly appointed officer and strong-looking man, had come along with Mr. Jackson. Jackson greeted him briefly and then asked him about his well-being and made fun of him by calling him Einstein. Evan replied in a similar way by pointing him out that Einstein was a mathematician, and then said he thought that he was a Jew. Evan had not shaved and he was wearing a dirty hat on his head. He asked Jackson to excuse him as he was going to shave when both of them entered his cell. So this is the explanation of fifth paragraph. Let's move to the next paragraph. 6. Which remind me, Jackson turned his eyes on Stephen. So Jackson was now paying attention towards the Stephen. Make sure you take his razor out of the cell when he has finished scraping that ugly mug of his. So he reminded him that make it sure that you take his razor. You take his razor once he shave his beard, right? Mug means face. Clear, one of these days he will do us all favor and cut his bloody throat. He might cut his own throat, right? So please don't forget to take his razor back from him. Who is telling to whom? Mr. Jackson is telling to Stephen. Senior is telling to junior. For a few seconds, Ivan looked thoughtfully at the man standing ramrod. Strict means standing. Ramrod means a person who is supervisor. For a few seconds, Ivan looked thoughtfully at the man standing ramrod. Ramrod, there are two meaning of ram. One, the meaning of ramrod absolutely, and second is strict supervisor. Okay, so for a few seconds, Ivan looked thoughtfully at the man standing ramrod straight in front of him. He was just looking at him. String of Second World War medals proudly paraded over his left breast pocket, and he had many medals were there stuck to his shirt, stuck to his uniform. Mr. Jackson, was it you who took my nail scissor away? And he says that Mr. Ivan asked question that was it you that who has taken away my nail scissor? Ivan had always worried about his hand, and he was very much concerned about his nail hand. Let me explain in a nutshell. After hearing him, Jackson told Stephen that this reminded him that Stephen should take away his razor as soon as he had completed shaving his ugly looking face. He also added that one day Ivan would do a favor for the prison officer by cutting down his throat with a razor. Ivan gave a thoughtful look at his strict supervisor who had medal for the Second World War lined up on left side of his blazer on the breast pocket. He asked him, Mr. Jackson, was it you who took away my nail cutter? Ivan was always worried about how his hand looked. Last paragraph, then after we will wind up, inshallah. And your nail file too. Yes, I have taken your nail file too. Look, for a moment, Ivan's eyes smoldered dangerously. Ivan was very angry with Jackson, and his eyes were smoldering, glowing with anger. But Jackson was ready for him, and Jackson was also ready to fight with Ivan. Order of the governor, Ivan. And Jackson told him loudly that he has not taken it himself. It was an order of the governor that forced him, that compelled him to take his nail scissor. He leaned forward and leered. Look means looking unpleasantly. His voice dropping to a harsh, contemptuous whisper. And he was talking in a very angry way. You want to complain? And Jackson says that you want to complain to someone about me, that I have taken your nail scissor? You can complain to whoever you want. Ivan shrugged his shoulder lightly. He says, no, I don't want to complain. The crisis was over, and the hot argument and heated argument got finished. You have got half an hour to smarten yourself. You have only half an hour to smarten yourself, to shave your beard, Ivan, and take that bloody hat off. And take that bloody hat off. Jackson told to Ivan. Me at Ivan put his right hand lovingly on the top of filthy woolen and smiled sadly. Do you know, Mr. Jackson, it's the only thing that's ever brought me any sort of luck in life. Kind, oh lucky charm, if you know what I mean. And today I thought, well, with me exam and all that, buried somewhere in Jackson was a tiny core of compassion. Ivan knew it. And Ivan didn't want to give his head to, he didn't want to submit, he didn't want to give his head to Jackson, and says that, please, this cap is very lucky for me. This is very lucky hat for me. Allow me to have this for my exam. And he was allowed to keep that hat with him, right? Buried somewhere in Jackson was a tiny core of compassion. Even knew, and even know the behavior of Jackson, and that made him believe that Jackson is very kind-hearted person. Let me explain in a nutshell so you can. Jackson replied that he took his nail file too. Ivan got angry and his eyes started glowing with anger. Jackson was ready for this, and he answered that it was governor's order. He bent towards him and asked him in a whisper whether he wanted to complain. Ivan denied by moving his shoulders. Jackson told Ivan that he had only half an hour to get ready and also told him to remove his dirty head. Ivan moved his hand towards his dirty woolen head and smiled sadly. He told Mr. Jackson that he wanted to take it with him as it was his lucky charm. Ivan knew that Jackson was sympathetic towards him. Inshallah, we will begin the fifth video from page number 74. So fourth video I have already finished. If you have any query, you can contact me. Allah Hafiz.